Coach, first off, just injury-wise, how's Markel doing, and how's Gary coming along?
Gary's coming along now. He's doing a little bit of movement on the court as we speak. Markel tried to get a little bit of a workout in tonight. He'll be out tonight with that sore patella tendon, and then Wendell, is undergoing surgery as probably as we speak now as well. And then J.I.'s got the sore hamstring, so we're going to monitor him, see he'll be questionable for tonight.
Gotcha. Coach, so often you could preach things like, defense, doing things by committee, et cetera. But for the group to start the season and really be hammering home on all of those areas, just how proud does that make you as their head coach?
No, it makes us so proud because our staff has poured into these guys, and as a coach, you just want to know that the guys are taking the things that you're teaching and saying and trying to implement every single day, and they're really buying into it. And the biggest part of this group is that are they taking ownership, and they are right now.
With Anthony to come in the last couple games after not really playing much in the first 4 games, just what does that say about him and to be able to ready to step in those situations?
Confidence. I think it's more about the confidence that he has, but also the confidence that the group has in him. And to Dan's question about what does that say about the group being able to take ownership? Well, that's it right there. They bought into what they're supposed to be doing. They're recognizing what they're supposed to be doing. But then the other side is that Anthony's done a great job of staying prepared. The coaches have done a phenomenal job of working with him to let him know what's going to be coming when he steps on the floor.
Then maybe for the rest of the team, as you watch more from the last game against the Lakers, what were maybe some things that stood out to you on the film that maybe it took you watching film to realize, to see?
What's so interesting, the part about being home against the Lakers and the energy in the room and the excitement of the group was one thing that stood out, but more than anything, and it's one of those things as a coach that you're happy to see, belief. There was a sense of belief as that moment they walked on the court that this is where we belong, right? Not just we're trying to get by and trying to work on here, this, that, and the other. There was a belief that they stepped on the court like this is who we are. So those were our words before the game. Trust in each other and confidence in each other and in yourself and your ability.
Is that something that you saw? Is it because the last Lakers game and how they went down to the wire, or was that something that you saw just maybe from the beginning of the year?
I think that's the growth of that first Lakers game, recognizing what they're capable of doing. And as you feel that and see that, because you're on the court with those guys, you have a ability to gain that confidence, knowing what you were capable of doing but didn't do it in the previous game. So that's learning and growth from this group.
Coach, can you touch a little bit on just Goga and his work throughout the offseason, training camp, practices, and how that's carried in, especially his performance on Saturday?
Goga has been fantastic. On days off, he's in here. On days when he's not supposed to be in here, he's in here. He's usually the first one in the gym a lot of times. He's staying late. He's working with the coaches. They're studying game plan. I mean, his energy and his joy for the way that he plays the game, and he has fun with it, but yet he takes his craft very seriously. And I think that's what you saw the other night against the Lakers. And I'm so proud that he was able to step in that way, and with that vote of confidence to be able to go.
And AB has been another player that's also been getting a lot of recognition for staying late, his high work ethic. Wanted to get your take on that, especially since he's being a rookie and only 19 years old.
It's interesting. I keep finding myself saying that about each guy, like they're staying late and working hard and being the first one in. So it's like it's hard. That means they're all working. That means they register and understand exactly what we're about. You got to be a worker, you got to detail your work, and you got to have fun while you're doing it. And so each one of these guys that steps in, they've fallen into that role of who we are as a collective group.
And how big can a win tonight be, going up against a good team like Dallas before you guys head over to Mexico?
I think, we just have to make sure we're sticking with our process. Part of that is having the belief in what you're capable of doing, but also respecting your opponent on how good they can be. Like, they shoot a ton of threes. They have 2 fantastic players in Luka and Kyrie Irving, and then, the guys that step in on the side are more than capable. So we have to be alert, ready, and respect our opponent and, move past the Lakers game and move on to this one.
We heard Goga say how people stay up late back in Georgia to watch him play. Luka, obviously they're doing that there. Yeah. The Wagners. Do you marvel at what these guys mean, where they come from? You've been to a lot of those places.
Well, I know how much they mean to us, so I can only imagine how much they mean to their country. And they represent their country so well. the way in which they care, the way in which they treat people, how they continue to work and push each other. I think it's fantastic, but it just always goes to show how much the game of basketball continues to bring people together the right way for the right reasons.
We're going to honor Darrell Armstrong tonight. I know a guy that you're familiar with.
Are you really?
Yeah. What did he mean to you, the time you spent with Darrell?
I mean, DA's energy is such, I mean, it's infectious. Who he is as a person, how much he cares, the way he gives back. I mean, his ability to pick up full court. I mean, we were playing pickup back in Dallas still, and he was still picking up full court, still making shots, still the same amount of talk, still going. Nothing has changed, but him as a human being just meant so much to me because you saw how every single day, no matter what's going on in his life, he always carried a smile on his face. He was always about bringing joy to all those around him, and for me, it's just it's an honor to have been able to coach with him and be around him and know what he means to this community and this organization.
When you get called into action like that, kind of on short notice, and go from a reserve role into starting, you know, what goes through your mind? How do you approach those situations?
Man, at the end of the day, it's basketball. I've been doing this for all my life, but you know, I'm just trying to stay ready. You know, we talk about it. You know, work every single day. It's a lot of work goes in under the, you know, behind the scenes. So I'm just stay working, and you know, I know my name is gonna get called at some point. So I just gotta stay ready. This is my job. This is what I'm getting paid for. So I just gotta step up. You know, do the right things. You know. Be great rim protector. That's what I really pay attention to. Great rebounder. Set great screens for my teammates, and I think I did that well, and we got the victory.
You know, along those lines, so many players on the team talked about how your first possession block on Anthony Davis really set the tone of that outing. Could you feel that? Could you feel the charge behind you after you came up with that block?
Yeah, definitely. I talked with the coaches as well. I think that set the tone for not just for me, but for the whole team. You know, that it wouldn't be like walking in the park. You know, we were out there to beat them, and so that's what we did. And I think everybody who stepped on the court did their job, what we're supposed to do to get the win, and we got the win.
Coming off that big win, just what are you guys trying to do tonight to kind of keep that momentum going and keep riding this hot start to the year?
Just gotta move over, you know, like that's a whole nother game today we got, and they're, I don't know, what, 4-1, 5-1, yeah, really good. They're playing really good basketball. It's a whole different team, you know. They shoot a lot of threes, so we just gotta adjust to that, listen to our coaches, listen to the game, follow the game plan, and just gotta go out there and win the game.
Not just one guy that guards Luka. I imagine everybody has to know where he's at. What's your role, and everybody just kind of keeping an eye on him out there?
Yeah, you just gotta read him. You know, he's trying to read you, so you gotta kind of play mind games with him, I guess, because you know he's a great player, and I think we gotta use that to our advantage. You know, just run them down. You know, play really fast, which we've done so far, and just really succeeded. So, yeah, man, it's all about. Not one player wins games or loses games. It's all 5 of us, all 12 of us. So yeah, the whole team we're really ready to take on that challenge.
You're the second best defensive team in the NBA, and you're the anchor of it back there as the center. What are you seeing from the guys in front of you on the defensive end?
But we keep saying a bunch of dogs. Honestly, like I haven't seen guards guarding the pick and roll, like going over the pick and rolls that hard, just like pressuring their guards. They really don't care who's in front of them, like just pressuring everybody, and that sets the tone for all of us. You know, when you're behind and see your guards just out there, you know, playing great defense, like you feel motivated. You gotta like be able to step up, and if the guy comes down trying to finish at the rim, you got their back and they got your back. You know, somebody rolling down, they're gonna tag. So it's all about trust, and I see a bunch of dogs in here.
Goga, it was your first start of the year on Saturday, but it also was Anthony Black's first start. I just wanted to get your impressions on him and what you've seen from him so far.
Yeah, amazing. Like defensively, you know, he's a rookie, so you don't really expect him to make those plays defensively that he did, and just making right plays. You know, he's an incredible cutter. You know, he's a great, amazing athlete. So and he made his shots as well. So as long as he does that, his game is just really gonna develop on a really high level, because he's just 19 and he just has so much more to improve, and he's already really nice. So we all are really excited to see what's they're gonna look like.
And I know you were just here just for a little part of last season, but is there anything that just feels different so far with the start you guys have had and how the locker room is right now?
I mean, I got here at the end of the season. Here, I think it's like a fresh start, you know, and we started off pretty well. So I think the whole summer, just seeing the guys coming in, anytime you would like come here in the facility, there was somebody getting the work in. Coaches, you know, the staff, everybody was getting ready for the first day of the season, and I think it's really paying off. Like us just competing every single day, like putting the work in, trusting the coach trusting us. I think we're just like a really big family now. So I think you can tell that how we play. We got each other's back. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna keep being like that, and we're gonna make, you know, how to say this, what we have in our minds, we're gonna achieve that. So.
For yourself, did playing in those World Cup games give you some added confidence, especially in a situation like this where you got to step in right away, maybe without much notice?
Yeah, like I said, man, it was a huge experience for us. We played great team. Like we played the champs, Germany. You know, we lost to them. So we played Slovenia as well, Luka, and overall, just experience was really nice. And yeah, I think it helped me a little bit because like the games obviously get you in season shape, so it's different than when you play fives in some open run or just working out really hard. That actual game, like really get you right for the season. So I think that really helped me. But overall, coaches, like I've been working like every single day, like with Coach Tate, like just every single day putting the work in. So yeah, man, I'm ready. If I'm not playing, I'm still gonna cheer for my teammates, compete on the practice. So just gotta stay with it, man.
We had Zaza here in Orlando years ago, and he said how big it was for him playing in the NBA. People would stay up late and watch the. Do you feel that? Are people staying up watching the games back home?
Yeah, you know they do, but like sometimes I feel like they don't know if I'm gonna play. So like I feel like that's kind of fading away, but still, there's a huge support from the country, and you can really feel, you know, like every time you play, just even 2 minutes, people is watching. Like you would never imagine people staying up all night for you to see you play 1 minute, and they'll be like, "Good job," like just sending positive messages. So yeah, we're a small country, so it's two of us, me and Sandro from San Antonio. So it's really huge achievement for our country, and everybody's really proud of us.